Hello everybody and welcome back to the final match of the day between Butler and Marquette. We have to make a quick apology. We had a small scheduling mishap that we didn't specify the times of the match today between Butler and Marquette, but we have figured that out and we are going to hop right into Champ Select. Butler has elected to go on the blue side, and Marquette is on the red side. First ban of the game will be the Senna, one of the strongest AD carries right now. Very, solid, has great support abilities, as well as can do a lot of damage if she does scale into that late game, so that will be taken away from DePaul and like Mike in the bot side. Kazak's taken away from Hoffenator. Now, I would assume that is a ban for Mac, since he was the jungler for this team, and he does love his Kazakh, so I'm assuming they don't realize that Mac is not playing jungle, and that's kind of a pointless ban, so we will just, we'll brush past this one. Next, we do see the MF ban, obviously, one of the, other solid bot laners. I wouldn't be surprised if they banned another ADC away, since they seem to be targeting that pool. When you see the Taric, so we will see Ishi on a different support this game. I am excited to see that. We have the two final bans coming in for Butler and Marquette. This is their second match in the ESL Big East Spring season. Butler did win the first game, and so they would be looking to win another one if they're able to, play well this game. Obviously, they had a tough start with DePaul earlier today. They had a tough 22-minute game, which they decided to end themselves with an FF vote, but that's okay. We have a new day. It's a new game. And so we are, looking to pick up another win on the season. And we do see finally the Ornn and the Rek'Sai taken away. So Vixnoka will not get the Ornn. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a set, but we'll see an Aphelios. Now that's a little surprising, since I'm not sure that I've seen Davy Jones play that too much, but that is obviously one of the, strongest ADCs right now.
Yeah, made with 200 years of game design experience, so, gotta be pretty strong.
Yeah, Riot definitely knows what they're doing. And in response, we can possibly see the Kalista. That'll be a fun one to see. It could be Flex Top still. Kalista Top is, is prevalent in some other regions. LCK does love the Kalista Top. And we do see it a little bit here in NA, in the LCS, and sometimes LEC, but potential for a flex, most likely going bot side, since the ADC pool would be pinched very, very small, if not. But would you see the Pyke picked up to go along with that Kalista, so good chance to see that. So Butler here, I would assume they would pick up the set for Vixnoka, and they would pick up the support for Ishi, unless they want to put that off. But we do see the Leona there. Can easily dive onto the Pyke and Kalista and lock them up for David Jones to do work on the Aphelios. And I'm assuming we're going to see the set here. It wouldn't make sense for them to let the set go, but they could if they pick the Cassiopeia for Mac, which is another strong mid laner that we see all the time. But the only problem that I have with Cass is that the Casses that I see, they never build boots, Jacob. What's that about?
Yeah, honestly, what's with these guys? Not building boots on Cassio is just kind of weird.
Yeah, Cass no boots, everyone. Cass no boots. But Geeked, bro, the mid laner, will be picking that up for Slickmick in the top. We see another Darius. So Vixnoka will be playing against another Darius. He has, obviously experience playing against the Darius of Georgetown. So there's a chance we could see him pick up Aatrox, since he did win lane, but not too hard to where the Darius is out of the game, since the Darius is always in the game, even though he was behind a kill early, I believe. But they do ban... Marquette will ban that set, so there's probably a good chance that we will see the Aatrox coming out of Vixnoko. Did you see the fist taken away from Geek Throw? Pinch in the assassin pool, which no one enjoys playing in the mid lane. So either we will see that Aatrox ban right now from Marquette, or they will take away the Olaf from Hoffenheim. Not sure if he plays Olaf since he's a support main, but we have seen the Trundle and the Jax so far, so obviously they do need a tank, since Leona is a little bit tanky, but not as tanky as you might like, so see the Veigar taken away. Annoying champ they don't want to see out of Slick Nick, or not Slick Nick, Geek Pro. So we will need either a mid laner or a jungler for Marquette. And we will get the Elise, which is obviously a nice pickup for the Darius, since Elise is a very strong early game champ, and having different damage types from your jungler and either mid laner or top laner is good, so then the your lane opponent can't itemize for just one damage type. But we do see the Fiddle being flashed here. I would love to see it, but we will see the Jax again from Hoffenheim. And like I said, Aatrox in the top lane, so now we just need the response in the mid lane to the Cassiopeia, which is either the Ori or the LeBlanc. Both are, strong standard mid laners. I would assume they don't want to see the LeBlanc because no one likes LeBlanc, and we will see the Orianna. So, what do you think of this draft, Jacob?
It seems the Butler draft is pretty similar to the one I believe they played in the first game today, right? Where they played Aatrox, Jax, and
Yep.
Yeah. So a similar draft for Butler that they did pretty well in for the first game of the day. They are sort of all on theme with each other, I suppose. We got a Leona, Jax, and Aatrox that I'll want to go in Cassio's pretty close range. So the only problem they might have is that their backline is sort of exposed, but there aren't any people on Marquette's team to really dive on them too well, so I'd say it's pretty evenly matched, I guess. It sort of just depends on who plays out the early game better, because as we all know, that Elise is prone to sort of, simmering out as the game goes on, especially against something like Jax and Cassiopeia.
Yeah, this is another, I think, game where either Butler is going to win in the early game or they're going to lose it. And so far today, they've done both. So either we're going to see them, come out swinging, be able to, beat down the Kalista and Pike in the bot lane, get that Aphelios scaling, or we're going to see, Vixnoko fall to some ganks in Elise, get that Darius scaled up, Orianna might pick up a kill here or there, get some, roams top or bot, and Marquette will just, win the game from there. So it'll be very important to see, both teams have a strong start so they can propel themselves through the mid and late game. But we will be back shortly as we wait for the spectator delay to run out. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you soon. Alright, everybody, welcome back to the match tonight. We are finally loaded onto the Rift, and we will be getting right into the action. As the members of Butler and Marquette will be moving into the top river. We do see this flash out there from Slick Nick going on to Hoffenheim, as he will be able to flash out with the E for safety. So that'll be a flash for flash. And that is debatably in the favor of both teams, since Jax will be able to get his Q level 2, then he'll be able to have some more mobility, so it'll be all but negated. But Butler might enjoy that Slick Nick has no flash, since he'll be able to, be more gank prone to the Jax, or Vixnoko will be able to, land a W and then be confident that he can take him down. But if we want to take a look, we do have the cleanse on the Orianna, as well as Ghost Darius, so we will have a potential for a fun lane. And there is actually no heal in the bot lane. We have exhaust on like Mike, so we could see some, a very strong, bloody bot lane here in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they definitely are going for a very aggressive laning phase with the Hail of Blades on the Pyke instead of the more traditional Aftershock.
We do have both of these junglers starting on their bot side on the blue buff and red buff respectively. As we are having minion waves crash right now and getting some CS back and forth. Pyke will charge with that hook and just miss Davy Jones as he'll trade some damage back and forth onto that Kalista. But with these comps, Jacob, who do you think Butler wants to play around to make sure that they can secure a win for them tonight?
They probably just need to make sure they don't lose, to be honest, because I think if this game goes past 20 minutes, then Butler just has a higher and higher chance to win as long as the game keeps going. I mean, Orianna's pretty strong late game, and Kalista's not too bad either, especially with lethal tempo, but I mean, as I said earlier, the Elise is just kind of gonna fall off a cliff in terms of scaling, so...
The Pyke does get the flash onto Renegade Mac, and he will take him down. That was a, quick decision flash ignite, and he will be taken down by Geek Bro.
Yeah, I mean, quick decisions to get the kill. Nice early kills for Marquette, so...
Yeah, Elise will flash, will not land the cocoon, as it will get a flash out from Visnoko as well, but right before that gank on Renegade Mac mid, we saw the pings out from the we saw the two pings there as the bot lane was roaming up, and the Butler bot laners had no vision of him, so potentially a lack of communication there, as Butler could call it that they don't know where the bot lane is, potential for a gank. So Renegade Mac was very, very safe, as he was basically all the way at the edge of the lane by the top side of the lane, and fortunately the Pyke was quicker than he was with the flash, so he instantly fell there to Geek Bro, as Davy Jones here in the bot lane is getting some great trades onto the Kalista with the length of his Q. Is it the Infidium? Not exactly sure all the guns he has, but take a look top right now as Visnoko is getting some trades back, but he does have 5 stacks on him, so you'll have to back off and heal up before it's taken down, as we do see a cocoon land onto Mac, but he will be able to flash away and live from that one.
Yeah, tons of flashes being blown in this early game. It's quite exciting as we...
Yeah, Visnoko looking to go in here onto Slick Mick as he just gets the easy Q onto Visnoko, and he will fall there. So there's a easy 1v1 there for Slick Mick. He does burn the Ghost, even though he didn't have to, but he will get that kill for his troubles.
Yeah, this is not looking too good for Visnoko, because honestly I feel like if Darius gets an early advantage against Aatrox, it's just not going to be too much fun for the Aatrox.
Yeah, and it looked like, for some reason, as we do see the Pyke going in onto David Jones there, as we do see the roam there from Sus, from Marquette, they're all moving off them, trying to dodge a potential cocoon, but the cocoon will land onto Ishii as David Jones does get the flash out. He will take down like Mike, as half a minute now is here. You see the damage coming down. He does get the double, taking that Elise down, as Snickers MVP now has to run for his life as the damage does come out. He does land a great Q on him due to the root there from Davy Jones, but that is a great 2-for-0 there from Butler.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that was just going to be a gank coming out of Marquette and some free kills on the bot lane, but Hoffnader able to come in for the counter gank, so Butler not end up losing anyone, and they pick up 2 kills. So
yeah, Hook was about to land there onto Davy Jones, but he flashed away, able to get himself into a better position to start taking down Like Mike, as Ishii was taking all of the damage there by the cocoon coming out from Sus. So, great turnaround from them, and this game could have gone bad to worse if that was a double kill there in the bot lane for the side of Marquette. So definitely now a win condition for Butler. and they definitely will want to make sure to capitalize on the lead that they have now. Pings on the mid lane again, as there is a 3-man dive potentially set up, as we can see the Pyke going in right now, looking for the hook onto Mac. He does land the hook, does land a stun, as we do see Ignite coming out. Cocoon, I believe, lands onto ranking Mac, but he will fall to Geek Throw again. So that's him getting caught out once again, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's not having a great time.
Yeah, Marquette is doing a great job of, I think, recognizing where the weaknesses are in this Butler defense, as we do see the trades coming in for Marquette, as Slickmick does get the 5 stacks of Hemorrhage onto Vixnoco. And if we want to go back to the first blood kill there from both of them, it seemed like Vixnoco wanted to go in when he was low on health, not kind of realizing that, you know, the second that he goes in, uses his dash, his E, there's just a, you know, an easy pull there from Darius, and basically, once he lands a W back, Vixnoco has nowhere to go, so not sure if Vixnoco doesn't, you know, understand fully the potential for this matchup, or if he's, you know, maybe not having the best game, but he definitely wants to make sure that he stays safe, since this Darius can deceptively do a lot of damage and fast. You do just see him just minions trade back and forth though in the meantime.
Oh. Snicker's just barely missing the hook on Davy Jones.
Yep, could have turned into something, but he does not get it. But yeah, this Marquette bot lane is doing a great job of roaming around the map and getting pressure on all lanes, making sure that Butler cannot just, you know, play in their own lane and just get advantages where there may be some just, you know, simply by skill or rank, but they are being very, very proactive in making their own, as we do see Slicknick getting some damage onto Vixnoco. But this would be a 3v3 if Marquette decided to go in, and they will just seem to, you know, give control of the Rift Yard over to Butler, as we do see some more damage letting on to Snickers in that bot side. We have a gold lead on the Orianna and the Aphelios currently, as they are both 2-0. We do see the damage coming out from Slickmick as he does pop the Ghost. Hoffenir is here, though, to help out. We do see the flash out from both sides, as Hoffenir now will be able to land a stun, and will be able to take down Slickmick, as the Elise was there waiting in the wings, but could not get there in time. So, great support there from Hoffenir again, as he bails out Vixnoco once again.
Yep, good plays from Hoffenator. He's working this map properly. He's always where he needs to be, it seems, in this game. Yeah, and Hoffenir and Vixnoco was definitely going to die there if Hoffenir did not come and support. So there's a great, you know, trade of flashes there by all 3 members. So right now, Butler definitely keep up the pressure that they're giving with their jungler, as well as that they are applying in their lanes as is. Make sure that Mac just stays safe for the mid lane, and he doesn't, you know, let this Orianna scale up and basically control the mid lane through her roams. But there is now a gang coming out from Sickness. He does get the flash onto David Jones. Black Mike does get some damage as he does get the heals on, but the ult comes in from Pyke. Does get the shutdown onto David Jones, as is she squishy, will be able to run back to tower and save himself. Yeah, unfortunately for Davy Jones, his flash was just not quite up, so he didn't have any real chance of getting out of that unless he was able to juke the Pyke E. Oh. Yep. And now back in the mid lane, Snickers MVP, with the help of Sus, does get some more damage on as Mac falls again. Second on the top lane does get the 5 stacks onto Vixnoco and will die momentarily, as he just needs to land the... Oh, he doesn't even have the hemorrhage, so not sure if he used that early, but the bleed from Darius is very strong, and he will just take down Vixnoco no problem. So another 1v1 win there for Slickmick. Mid lane though, Sus will be taken... will be momentarily rooted there by Ishi Squishy, as he will be trying to run for his life, as David Jones will get that shred kill onto him. So that is a, you know, good turnaround from a what looked like a you know, a bad sequence of events there for Butler. Yeah, Sus just sort of getting caught out somewhere where he didn't really need to be, and forfeiting a kill over to Butler and also the Cloud Dragon. So Not the greatest, but you know.
Yeah, and that is Butler's second dragon of the game. It will be Mountain Soul this game, so obviously very, very powerful soul that both sides will want. There is not two tanky members on both sides. Some of these members can build for tanky, but Hoffner stays a little bit long in that bot side, try to get the dive onto Snickers, but gets away in time as he will pop the Eye of the Rift Herald. Try to get some turret plates into the pocket of Davy Jones and Ish Squishy, since they are definitely the members who will carry them to win this game, as all their members are very far behind. As Slick Mick could get a trade kill, he does pop the Ghost, as Vixnoka will have to run their tower, but the ultimate coming out from Slick Mick should do the job. The Bleed from Darius will take down Vixnoka again. Now as the Butler members will be running back under tower, you see all coming out to getting closer, as Ish Squishy will be locked up there by the Pike, as now we get damage out from Geek Throw and from Like Mike. Slickers MVP will take down Ish Squishy, but Davy Jones will get some great damage on. Sticks around a little bit too long, does get hooked there by second MVP. Almost gets a couple kills with the big damage, but he will fall, so that will be 2-0 there on the bot side.
Yeah, that was an excellent play coming out of Snickers. Yeah, used the ultimate just to get on top of, I believe it was Ishi Squishy at first, and then was able to hook and then E away for the stun, and all the Marquette players able to follow up, and it's 2 pretty easy kills off the back of Snickers.
Yeah, and honestly, Snickers MVP is the MVP of this game right now. He is enabling his team to basically get all of these kills. He's roamed with his bot lane, the mid lane, to kill Mac twice. He's flashed onto the bot lane basically whenever his flash has been up. He's gotten 2 kills. He ulted to get closer so he could land the stun. This man is truly MVP of this game right now. He is honestly doing things that you don't normally see in Collegiate with all these roams that you saw. You know, I think that they roam at the level 2 or 3 of the bot lane. You know, they're not letting any pressure up for Butler. And right now with the strength of Slickmick in the top lane, they're looking to, you know, take control of everything. We do see David Jones take down that bot lane turret as he does trade some damage back, but Slicker's MVP is here. This will most likely be the death of David Jones as he tries to get some kind of damage back, but he will fall too early, as we do see Slicker's MVP try to get onto Ishi. Does not land the hook though, so Ishi will just Cinder Tower for that wave to come. But yeah, Vixnoka, he did look, you know, like he was doing fine, but he seems to, for some reason, I think he can step up against this Darius and trade when all Slickmick needs to do is wait out his dash, wait out the W, and then honestly just hook him, W him, and he has nowhere to go. So Vixnoka is down 10 CS, which isn't terrible, but he is down 3 kills. And Darius has the Executioners to minimize the healing and the lifesteal of Vixnoka. So if Butler doesn't, you know, stabilize and quell the bleeding, this game could spiral out of control and very fast.
Yeah, this is pretty dangerous for Butler. A lot of the members of Marquette are pretty good at bursting people out for picks with both the Elise and the Pike. So if they don't get some more stability soon, this could get out of hand for Butler pretty quickly.
We do see 3 members of Marquette there in the top jungle, as Hoffner will pop the ultimate, but he will get the cocoon and the ultimate there from Geek Throw. He will fall, as 3 members of Butler now are getting into Slick Mick, as he does land a great E. He does get all of them, as now there's damage coming out from everyone. Geek Throw does take down the Aphelios, as now more damage coming out. Slick Mick will be able to take down the Leona, as Mac is soon to follow. Slick Mick does get one more kill. Hoffner trying to run away, he will get the flash, but he is momentarily slow. You just see a flash again from Slick Mick, as he will be taking down Vixnoka very, very slowly. That is an ace for Marquette.
Yeah, those are some nice plays from Marquette. All the members really just, you know, putting up some plays, getting things done for their team. And,
yeah, it was a great invade to start that fight to take down Hoffner, and Butler was also, you know, trying to get some kind of pick back. But they all got caught there by Slick Mick, and then the rest of the members of Marquette just dove onto them, and there's nothing they could do. So there's a 6k gold lead for Butler. They've been at the same kind of spot against DePaul, and that ace could be the ace to end the game. But Butler is here in the bottom river, and they have the potential to take the Mountain Dragon which just spawned, which will get them onto soul points, which should obviously be very, very impactful for them going to the last stages of this game. So this game might not be over depending on how this fight goes. Elise is taking out the half elves as Slickmick is trying to dive onto all these members. Hoffman trying to jump in there, but Slickmick is just trying to build his stacks right now. All 5 members of both these squads are now collapsing onto the river. David Jones, Isishushi does get caught, and he does get ulted there by Seconds MVP. Fistoko will try to dive onto the 2 members there, as like Mike will taking down David Jones. Fistoko soon to fall as the ultimate will take down Fistoko, as that will be a kill again. But Hoffner gets a dragon. That's 3 dragons for Butler, as 3 members of Marquette are now trying to dive onto him. So that might have been 4 kills for Marquette, but Butler gets a dragon, so they might be okay with that.
Yeah, Hoffmater able to steal the dragon under Marquette's noses, and now they are only 1 dragon away from getting Dragon Soul, so they aren't... I mean, that fight was pretty bad, and they are down almost 10k gold now, but there is some amount of hope for Butler still, if they can manage to get that Mountain Soul.
And it wasn't even a bad start to that kind of skirmish for Butler. They got Sus down to half health. If they just, if Hoffner potentially left the dragon just a second earlier, he could have dived onto Sus, gotten the kill, and that would have been a free dragon, probably uncontested. But with Slickmick there, basically on the front line, just trying to dive in there, Butler was basically unable to do anything, as that is 5 deaths now for Davy Jones, Mac, and Visnoko, and they are, if we take a look at the gold charts, very far behind. We have a 3.5k gold lead in top lane. Hoffner is just 200 gold behind, so not too bad. 2k gold lead in the mid lane. About a 400k, just 400 gold lead. Not 1,000, just 100 in the bot lane. And the support is actually 4,000, so most of this gold lead right now is on Snickers MVP, who has just been amazing this game. He has been making so many plays for his team, diving in. His flash basically has always been on cooldown. Whenever he's got the flash, he's been making you play, and Butler has never been ready. If they are calling out the the timers of his flash, they might be more prepared for a potential dive. But right now, Marquette has 4 towers, as Hoffner is trying to get onto Geek Bro. Will pop the cleanse and does get the ult on Hoffner. He's taken very, very low, but he should be able to get out, as he does have Fistnoko here to support him.
Yeah, he did manage to get the cleanse out of the Orianna, but looking like Mac was probably going to go down here. Yep.
Seconds MVP will easily get that ult onto him. Share the gold with his friends, as we did to see the throne member there from like Mike as Mac just cut out once again. Too slow of a Cassiopeia. Maybe if he built boots, he could have gotten away, but unlucky for him, I guess.
Yeah, unlucky, we'll say.
As that is 20 kills from Marquette to the 5 of Butler, as you see the hook there onto Ishii. He will get the cocoon, but he will be pulled there by Slickmick, as now Butler comes in. Fistnoko there is on the back line. He will just get blown up. We do get a kill there from Davy Jones, though. He does shut down the Darius. Now he's trying to get onto Geek Bro. We will be able to flash away. Sus, though, is on the side, looking to get some pressure. We do see Seconds MVP trying to get a hook, potentially on Hoffner. He will jump into the bump, get a 3-man stun. Geek Bro will fall to Hoffner, as that will be a kill there on the Felios onto the Pike, as Mac will take down one more. Hoffner not done though. People will get 2 kills for Shovel. That's an ace for Butler.
Yeah, Slickmick going down early in that fight really opened it up for Butler, as nobody could really contest him, but once he goes down, the rest of the members on Marquette are really quite squishy, so...
Yeah, and they're going right to the Baron right now. All Marquette's members are dead. There's no one to contest. This Baron's at half health, and Slickmick won't be able to get there in time, so... Butler might have just gotten themselves back into the game with a great team fight.
Yeah, free Baron after the ace. They might be able to get some of those outer turrets in the top and mid lane, but it is going to be tough, as still no one on Butler can really stand up to this Darius.
Yeah, there is still an 6k gold lead there for Marquette, as they are still very far ahead in itemization and in control of the map. As we take a look at the vision, there is so many wards in this bottom jungle that Butler really can't step up if they don't have someone clearing. If we take a look at the Butler vision, they have 2 wards in their jungle, to the several that Marquette has in their own. But we do see about 20 seconds left until the soul point for Butler is spawning, so Butler definitely wanted to try and steal this, if not win a teamfight to get this, since getting Mountain Soul at 22 minutes is definitely going to, propel them farther. But there's a, they could just give this up to Marquette, who has all 5 members here, as they start to burst down the dragon. Hoffner is there, can easily jump into the pit. Half health already. We're waiting for a jump. He does jump in. He does get the steal. We now see the damage coming in from Butler, as they will get some in, but Itchy Squishy did go in there, and he won't be able to get out. He will fall for his trouble. But Hoffner got the steal, and he got them Mountain Soul.
Yeah, I mean, the Jax is 2 levels up on this Elise, so he does have a better smite, so was able to pull it out for his team and not allow Marquette to acquire even 1 dragon this game.
Yeah, and we saw their Snickers MVP try to go in there, ult to get him a little closer, but could not land the hook. But I gotta say, Hoffner is playing out of his mind. This man is a support main. He's not even a jungler, and right now, he's the only reason why Butler has a slim chance to win this game. He's gotten full jungle control with the Baron, and with the Dragon, that having a Mountain Soul when you are about 6k gold behind is insane that Butler can do all these things. He's bailed down Vixnoco multiple times. He's gotten his bot lane farther and farther ahead with a few ganks. I mean, you wouldn't even know that this guy wasn't a jungle main if he wasn't playing support all this time.
Yeah, it honestly really does feel like it's Hoffnader versus Snickers this game. Snickers and Slickmick, that is. Because those are basically the 3 guys that have the most impact on the game so far.
Yeah, this game will come down to the definitely to jungle difference. If Hoffnader can, propel his team to win, since late game Jax can do that, and a late game Jax with Mountain Soul definitely will be hard to take down when he uses his ult, so he has the potential to win this game. David Jones has been scaling. He has 2 items to the 2 items of Like Mike, so this game is a 6k gold lead in the favor of Marquette. But if Butler can play these team fights right and make sure that Davy Jones does not get dove by Slickmick, or he gets an ultimate land there from Geek Pro, they have the potential to still win this.
Yeah, the only big worry for Butler right now is just that since they did get the Mountain Soul, that means the next dragon coming up is Elder. So it could have perhaps been a better idea just to give that 1 dragon so that the next one wasn't Elder, and try to pick up some of that gold that they're missing, so that perhaps when the Elder does come up, they have a more even fight. But
yeah, this will be it will be a pre 30-minute Elder, which I don't know if I've seen a pre 30-minute Elder very often. Since Hoffner basically got jungle control from the start of the game, I think it was 5 or 6 minutes to where he got the first dragon. So, I mean, Butler's gotten all 4 Drakes. There's nothing stopping them from getting the 5th, especially with Hoffner being 2 levels up. He will have the stronger smite, so it will be interesting to see how Butler will play this, as Vixnoco has to be a little bit safe, as all the members of Marquette are moving on to him, clearing out some vision in their top jungle. As Butler's looking to maybe get some more vision and trying to, get some more pressure onto the map.
Yeah, Butler really needs this Aatrox to start acquiring some more items, because at the moment he's just so much less of a champion than this Darius.
Yep, Darius will have to flash out of there, as he was about to get stunned there from Hoffner, who would most likely have taken down Mickey's support of his team. But that's, a great pull the flash, but we definitely do need to see some of the members of Butler start to scale up. We see Mac in the mid lane, he's 2-6. He's got to be one of those guys that helps, propel his team, but very often we see him, be the one to get, focused on, since he is not a mid laner. He is a jungler. He's been a jungle main, and the only reason he's playing mid is because we don't have our starting mid laner. So he has to fill in, and he is, a very proficient player. He is, he has a great mechanical skill, but he does not have sometimes the best positioning. And obviously we've seen that getting abused this game, as his counterpart in Geek Bro is 3-1-13. He has the Rabadons and the Ludens to the Seraphs and the Banshees of Mac. So we definitely want to see these two laners start to either play around their team or just safely farm up so they can get some more items, as we do not even have a second item there onto the Aatrox's top. He's still having parts of his Death Dance, and there is 2 items there for Slickmick with the Triforce and the Serix Gauge, most likely going to either a GA with the Chainmail build, or potentially for Deadman's. But Butler is in the top jungle clearing out division. Slick is MVP. Will back off, doesn't want to get picked off by these 4 members of Butler, as Vixoco is just trying to meet the push there of Slickmick, who does not have TP, and Vixoco does, so that's definitely a benefit there for Butler, as they look to push out the mid lane, as we do have Elder spawning in 30 seconds, so we will see a fight here very, very shortly, as if Marquette gets this Elder, they could look to end the game. But if Butler gets this Elder, that will just keep them in the game, as we do see some great damage there coming out from Mac, as Marquette is trying to, get down and start to put some pressure onto that dragon. 5 seconds till it spawns. Slickmick now on that front line, very, very close up, looking to take some damage as Fix Milko will be hooked there by Slickmick, and now we do have the fight break out. Fix Milko will be taken down. We do see the ult coming out from Slickmick. He will be able to get those hammer stacks onto all the members. Hoffman will take down Geek Bros. We do see David Jones getting some free farm. Mac takes down Slickmick, as Slickmick now will most likely be able to fall. He does have a great stopwatch that will save his life, but 3 members of Butler still around, as second MVP will not be able to take down the kill there. We do see Hoffman jump onto him, and he will fall, so this will be a free Elder for Butler, but Elise is waiting in the bush. She could steal. I'm not sure if Butler knows. She does flash in, but she flashes in too early. Stasis does come out. No one will be touching the Elder. She does go up into the rappel, but she will be taken down by Mac, and this will be an Elder to Butler.
Yeah, it was a nice team fight from Butler, I suppose. I forget who Slickmick went on initially. Oh, I think it was Vixnoco, but
yeah, it was the Aatrox.
Yeah, Mac doing a great job of handling the Darius all by himself, and then the rest of the team just diving onto the back line.
Yeah, definitely probably positioned himself super well that fight, and was able to just, free auto-attack him while he was focused on the Aatrox, and then was able to take him down. And now Butler has moved over to the Baron once again. They have Elder, so Marquette may not want to pressure this, but 2k left. The jungler of Marquette is not here, but Marquette steals it! With the ult from Geek Bro, they stole the Baron!
Yeah, Hoffnader not quite having his smite up. Probably not the best idea to not check the wall, but yeah, a great play by Geek Bro to steal the Baron away.
Yeah, and they basically just gave that to Marquette for free. There's no reason to give them a 50-50. They have Elder. They will most likely win the team fight if they already knew they won the last one, so... Well, they're kind of just throwing away what would have most likely given them the lead in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty important for them to get the Baron and the Elder, just because they're still a decent amount behind. I mean, it's only 5k when both teams have more than 50k, so it's not the biggest deal in the world at this moment, but they definitely would have liked to have that Elder for sieging purposes.
Yeah, and they definitely want to start sieging, since Butler's gotten 2 towers only to the 4 of Marquette, so there is a lot of free gold on the map right now, a lot of standing gold there in the towers, and Butler needs to start getting some more pressure on the map so they don't have to worry about the, tower aggro. They can start getting wards in the deep jungle, as there is a bunch of control wards there for Marquette, but they will be taking down this mid-tier 2, looking to push down a potential inhibitor turret, as they might just look to go to the top lane inhibitor. Or top lane tier 1, I apologize. As Slickmick, or not Slickmick, Snickers MVP taken very, very low by Mac. He's starting to get into this game now. He has 7 stacks on his Darksteel. He's finished his Zanya's Hourglass, so he's pretty powerful now.
Yeah, Mac farming up some items. He's pretty strong at this point. He'll probably look to get something like a Leandri's or maybe what's it called? Rylai's?
It still has his double Doran's ring from the beginning of the game, as all 5 members of Butler will look to reset, pick up some items for themselves. You finally see the completed death stance there for Vixnilko. Darius is actually going into the Dead Man since he has the Giant's Belt there.
Yep.
We see it could be the GA coming out of Hoffinator, as he has finished the Sterix and the Triforce as well. We do see the Needlessly Lodge Rod, so we will most likely be seeing a Death Cap out of Mac. And we do have the 3rd item completed there for David Jones. He does have the what is that bow called? The red bow?
Which one?
The red bow.
Runon's Hurricane?
Runons, yeah, he has his Runons. He looks to be building onto a Bloodthirster with the Vampiric Scepter and the BF Sword. But that Kalista is still very much in the game. She has a QSS, has a GA, and has Blade of the Rune King and a Runons herself. On top of that, Geek Bro, his ultimate does a ton of damage. He's got a Rabadon's Death Cap, he has the Ludens, and the Zanyos to keep himself safe, so... Butler does have the power in some of their champions, but Marquette has the same, so... There is still a 5k gold lead onto Marquette. Butler has still not climbed that mountain. They've only gone 2 towers since they've gone in the Elder. And this Hoffman tries to jump up on them, but... I mean, this game is... I think mostly even though the gold might be not as evident of that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, Butler's champions are sort of just stronger. So they don't even need as much gold to do just as much, if not more, as the Marquette champions.
Yeah, and they have to be very, very thankful that their champions are, some late game scaling ones, since if they were any other champions, this game would have been over a long, long time ago. But now we do see the flash in there from Sus, but does not land the cocoon onto Mac, and he'll be taken down instantly by Vixnilko and Mac, as they use the flash that Path when they're trying to take down Geek Bro. Cleanse does come out as 4 members of Marquette will be running back to their base. Vixnilko does try to flash in. We will see the Zanyas out there from Geek Bro. Does get the there as Mac will take him down. Slick Mick though will be trying to run away. He does get the stun out there from Halfanaris. He will have to flash away. That is 3 members left for Marquette as 2 will fall, and Butler could look to go to the Elder, which will be spawning in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that was just another example of Butler's champions just being stronger at this point in the game. You got the Jax and Cassiopeia that are just like trucks at this point, and then the Aphelios doing 200 years things,
Yeah, and honestly, we saw the flash in Cocoon there from Sus, who missed it onto Mac. So, but that is a great kill there onto David Jones, and we do see a fight breaking out. Vixnilko will be taking down Sus very shortly, but he does get into the repel as Slick Mick will be running away. We do see the ult coming out there from the Leona onto the Kalista, as Slick Mick will not be able to take down Mac as he does go into the stasis. We'll be able to flash out. Vixnilko does go into the ult to try to take the Kalista. We do see Snickers take down 2, takes down 3! Vixnilko will be the 4th! That's a quadra kill for Snickers!
Yeah. Butler's sort of getting thrown off by all the Zanyas, all the stopwatches going off, and the GAs, and they sort of just, all drop too low, and then Snicker's able to, get the execute on everybody. And
yeah, and now, this is a free Elder now for Marquette. They've, it was a great E there from Slick Nick to pull in Mac, or was it Davy Jones? It was one of the two. Pulled him in, and then was able to take him down with all of his team members, focused on that. On either the... Not sure if it was Davy Jones or Mac. I think it was Mac. Since, it was Davy Jones.
It was Davy Jones.
Yeah, since he was the last one there. But now Marquette is looking to transition over to the Baron, and there's nothing that Butler can do. Hoffner has just respawned. Davy Jones is the only one close to potentially stopping this, and Butler might have just lost the game from that.
Yeah, they could have. They did pick up a GA onto Hoffnator. They almost have a death cap for Mac, so they are still still kind of in this despite lacking both the super buffs, whatever you call them, the Elder and Baron. So they still kind of have a chance, but they do need to play out these fights really well.
And Snickers MVP, he is 14-3. That man is full build. He is zooming across the map. He is not afraid to dive onto any member. And Butler, right now, just wants to let Marquette take whatever they want. They cannot beat an Elder and Baron team. Because if one member dies, the game's basically over. And it might be over right now as Fake Knuckle will be zapped upon. But they do blow up Sus as now they're onto Slick Nick. Fake Knuckle though will be taken down by the Elder as Hoffner now is a little bit too deep into there. They're trying to run away now as they're just trying to, let that Elder get out. Slick Nick does get a great E, just take down Davy Jones. Squishy is next. Mac will get blown up next. Hoffner just trying to get something back. He actually will take down Geek Bro and he will get out of his GA, but he will most likely fall. He does E out, but you'll see the hook coming in, does not land. As Slick Nick just... Actually, that is from Like Mike, who just blows him up with the Elder. And unfortunately, that is game. Marquette will be winning this one.
Yeah, I mean, despite the strength of Butler at the end of the game, they sort of botched one team fight and then ended up losing both Baron and Elder. And I mean, at that point, it's like, well, you kind of just messed up and then you just lose the game because of it.
Yeah, and yeah, Butler made a great comeback. It was all because of Hoffner in the jungle. He gave their team non-soul. And they were behind almost 10k gold. And then Butler, they made a great team fight around the Elder. They got Elder, transitioned that to Baron, I think once. They got a Baron stolen by the ultimate of Geeked Bro. But, I mean, Snickers MVP took over this game. He, literally, his flash was always on cooldown. The second he had his flash, he was diving in onto all the members, and, I mean, we take a look. Vixnoko 0-9 in the top lane. Mac did bring it back. He was 7-8. He was not able to complete his Rabadon's death cap, but he was still a very, very powerful member. David Jones 6-7. Ishikushi, just being a tank as much as Leona can be, but I mean, this game was won through their support, which is something that you don't see very often.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, one team fight basically was the way back into the game for Marquette. They catch out Davy Jones when they are trying to get that inhibitor turn, and they transition that to an Elder, transition that to a Baron, and there's nothing Butler can do. They do take down, I think it was 2 members, but that Elder was just too powerful. Slick Mick was just too much of a force for Butler to contend with, and that is definitely a tough loss. You definitely don't want to go down that way when you had the game in your hands, and one ability catches you out, and you walk up too close as an ADC, and that's what happens. So that is that's a tough one. That's a tough loss for Butler today.
A tough one indeed.
And with that, Marquette will have a 4-4 record now. Butler will fall to a 4-6 record, and they have 2 games left in this season. They have to play Seton Hall twice. They will play Seton Hall tomorrow at 1:10 p.m. And then not 1:10 p.m., I apologize. They will play at 5:10 p.m. 5:10 p.m. they will take on Seton Hall. And then next week at 1:10 p.m. they will take on Seton Hall for their final game. And Seton Hall is also a really good team. So hopefully, Butler will be able to learn from this. They kind of fell apart in that early game. They let Snickers MVP basically get free roam with the map, and was basically able to just, every time a hook landed, that was a dead Butler member.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts there from you?
I mean, just a rough game. I'm thinking that Aatrox is probably not the pick into Darius at the moment. It just seems like not much you can do when you're either even or behind. So
I'm not even sure if it was even a bad pick. I think he just played it very, very wrong. He wanted to go in on the Darius, and he used all of his abilities, and Darius held on to his. And then Darius just hooked onto him, slowed him with his, or pulled him in with his E, slowed him with the W, and then there's nothing Vixnoco can do. He just dies because of the bleed. So I think the Aatrox is fine. He just kind of didn't play that matchup well, which is unfortunate since Slicknick was a huge member for Marquette to just, tank up so much. He ended 9-3. He was almost full build by the end of that game, so that is a, tough game all around for Butler, and we will definitely want to see them bounce back next weekend. Or actually tomorrow, I apologize. But that is it for us today. Thank you all for coming out and supporting the 3 matches we had today. We will return, like I said, tomorrow at 5:10 p.m. as the Dogs will take on Seton Hall. We will also have our Rocket League team playing. They will also be playing Seton Hall tomorrow at 3 p.m. So if you are interested in watching them, check out their game at 3 p.m. and then watch our league team play right after. So with that, guys, have a great night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.